Hey guys, let's do a quick recap of Assiniboia Downs for tonight. Overall, it was a good night as far as selections go. The grid did a great job at pinpointing the contenders for many exactas, trifectas, even superfectas. If you went a little further than, if you played the race right and you went a little further than our top four in the in the late legs. And we'll check it out real quick here. We have a first race. We like the 6-1-3 and the 4. It came out 6-1-2-3. So we did hit the exacta there. There was no value in that race as far as the outcome. But we did get our top play winner in. The two value horses were the 3 and the 4. They both went off at 17-1 and 12-1 respectively. Unfortunately, we weren't able to tie any of them in except for the 3 in the fourth leg. Now, I didn't get home in time. I didn't get home until the fourth race was about to go off, so I didn't put any plays in the first three races, and I probably wouldn't have anyway. I usually like to sit on the sidelines for a few races and see how things are trending as far as what we come up with. Second race, we had 6-4-5-1. The 2 did get in there to disrupt that exacta there, but came out 6-2-5-1. The 6 horse again found itself under the 9-2 value. Winner at 7-2, paying $9.30. The only horse in that race was the 4 at 7-1 that showed enough value for a win play. Race number 3, same scenario. We had the 7 on top. 7 did win the race. 7 horse was the 6-5 favorite in the race, and it only paid $4.60. The two races showing value, the two horses showing value were the 3 and the 6 at 7-1, 12-1. So they would have been the ones worthy of a small win wager. But 7-2-3-6, we did have all 4, and but again, there was no. I didn't make any plays in that race. Now, race 4 is where I started making my plays. I did have the 4 horse. The 4 and the 5 presented win value. The 4 horse did win the race at 9-1, paid $20.30. My win wagers were $3 tonight, starting in race 4. So I did hit that for $30 and change. And also that race was my that was my win wager. I'm going to show you my wagers right now that I hit on. I did hit that 30-45 for the $3 win on the 4 horse. And then in the 5th race, I put together a superfecta wager for $6.80, and the combinations that I put together, I played around with leaving some horses out. My selections in that race were 3, 4, 5, and the 6, not necessarily in that order. And with those 20-cent supers, what I do is I roll the dice a little bit so the tickets don't get too high, and I play around with my top 4 plays in first and second. And I usually base it on value. If you notice, I left the 6 out of second place. I didn't use the 3 or the 4 in first. And that way I could throw some horses outside of my selections in the late legs. Namely the 2 and the 1 here in legs 3 and 4. And we got I got 121.29 for $6.80. So that was enough. These 2 horse races here were enough to put me way ahead. I think I spent about $38 total. Or no, $42 total on wagers, and as you can see, I got $151 back and so forth. All right, let's get back to the grid. Race 5 was the race we just talked about. 5, 6, 3, and 4 were our top plays. I did have win money, $3 to win on the 4 and the 6, but the 5 horse got in there. The 5 horse was our target horse, and he was our top point getter at 78.1. He did win the race. Came in 5-4-2-6. Now, we did not have the 2, but I did use the 2 in the 3rd and the 4th leg, as you saw in that ticket of my superfecta, and things fell right into place. It worked out for me. Race number 6, we had the 7-4-6-3. Came in 4-2-7-3. The 4 went off as the favorite, 6-5, paid $4.40, and the 2 once again disrupted our exacta there. Maybe there was something about that weight allowance that was effective. That's something we might keep an eye on later on in future cards. I mean, he would have been our 5th play at 72.6. But in a 7-horse field, I mean, if I have to reach for the 5th play, then I might as well just say that, you know what, I tanked the race. It just didn't come out in my favor. And the 7th horse, we got beat by another horse that showing a weight allowance. And that was the only thing he really had going for him. And I have him in yellow because I was playing around with horses that I was going to use in my late stages of my superfecta, and 2 was one of them. But the first 2 legs were surrounding around our top 4 choices. There was one horse of value in that race, which I put the X in the wrong spot. Should have been next to the 6. The 6 did go off at 13-1, and the 6 did get 3rd. So it was a 2, 3, 6, 7 in that race. But I made what I needed to make off the race, and now I have some bankroll to roll into tomorrow with. Tomorrow I'm thinking about maybe sticking with Assiniboia again. I know Wednesday starts the bigger tracks, but I think Saratoga's a little iffy right now, up in the air with their turf. I don't know if they're going to run on their turf tomorrow. Between the weather and the accidents that have been happening there, the last thing I want to do is handicap turf races that are going to come off the turf. So I'll probably just give myself some time, a lot of time, to be able to look at Assiniboia for tomorrow night, another 8:30 post, and I'll post it up here. All right, talk to you soon. Thanks for tuning in.